This is Feed Your Mind, and so in today's video, I'm going to break down the Free Guy movie. So basically, in the movie, it's like a simulation world. Now, you can relate it to a few things right off the bat because it's kind of similar to how the Jim Carrey movie was with the Truman Show, kind of, where it's a world and he's living in it, but he doesn't realize that something's off with it, and what's off with the world is it's not authentic. It's not an actual real place. So in a way, you could kind of relate it to the Truman Show, but it's much different actually, because the Free Guy movie is based on simulation, basically a simulation theory, if you will. And so the Free Guy is an NPC, and he's waking up, going to work, getting his coffee. Every day it's like the same routine, the same shirts, and he doesn't. He starts to realize that something's off because it's like a repeat every day. It's like Groundhog's Day, and what I relate that to is basically, I personally look at that kind of like how it is in the real world, where everybody goes to work every day and they put on their hat, whatever, I'm saying their hat, and I'm talking about an outfit, Now, I know a lot of jobs, not every job has an outfit, but, you can kind of look at it like that, where it's like you put on an outfit and you become a robot for a corporation all day. It's like most of your life is spent at work. I would say, like, during the day, your waking hours, I would say probably some people spend more than half of their waking hours at work. It's like people basically live at work. It's almost like, and that's not themselves. It's like they're not able to explore, the same type of things they would in this journey of life if they weren't tied to a job. The job ties you to your kind of to your location. It's hard to like get up and move, because you're tied to a job. Not everybody wants to find a new job, and it's like it's not a real person. It's like you're a robot. It's like dealing with robots all day. Customer service, and they know they can't do this and can't do that on the job. They know they gotta be, it's like they're not even themselves. It's like they have to be super nice, and it's phony, and it's like a fake world almost that we're dealing with. But I understand the concepts of capitalism. I've broke this down with you before, so I don't want to go too hard on that, but it's basically like that's what it looks like. And so there is talks about a 4-day work week coming up, so that would be kind of bringing humanity more back to where they're free to explore themselves, because people don't really get the time to know themselves. They're just so stuck on the daily grind. But sometimes people will get home and they're so exhausted they can't really do much because a lot of their energy was spent at work. So when they get home, they might just have enough energy to just sit on the couch and just kind of have a few beers or something, and maybe watch some movies or something, then go to bed, if they even have enough energy for that. I mean, like, because they got to start getting ready for the next day, so it's like it's a seriously robotic world, and it's like it's a form of NPC, like we had these talks about, are NPCs real? And with this Free Guy movie, it's just like it kind of shows that's a similarity I saw, where it's like it shows how the world is kind of full of NPCs just due to the corporations taking over our lives. And I'm not saying anything wrong, negative, or positive about it. I'm just observing it, and just and kind of saying what I'm seeing, and that's just what it kind of looks like, dealing with people going to college and school, and it's just the people walking around during class breaks. Just like almost everybody would almost look like an NPC if from the outside looking in, especially if you were from an advanced place where you guys perfected the capitalism aspect of civilization, to where it wouldn't be so consuming of people's freedoms and free time, being obedient to a boss every day. And it's just like, that's kind of what I'm taking from this Free Guy movie. I know there's a lot of ways to analyze it. There was a thing in the movie that I noted was basically another thing I wanted to bring up is how the free guy he came across these glasses because he started doing something he wasn't supposed to do and ended up obtaining glasses from another character. And when he put those glasses on, he could see the world. I think it was like from the, he could see the world as a game, like because he was in the game and he didn't know he was in the game. So to me, I think those glasses it reminded me of the They Live movie, because in the They Live movie, as soon as the main character put on the glasses, he was able to see the world for what it really was, with all the false advertisement and propaganda and the subliminal messages and everything like that, and even the people. He could see through the people in the They Live movie, and so I found it kind of like that, where it was a nice similarity. It was a nice. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not, but that was it was an interesting coincidence for them to have that move, the glasses in the movie as well, where when the free guy put on those glasses, he could see that. That's how he realized something was off. He saw everything else. He saw everything around him was basically a video game through the glasses, and then he started realizing, like, he started wondering what he was, and he went on this journey and started realizing that he was created in the game to basically be a background character. And that's what the whole argument about NPCs is basically, they're saying, like, are there some people that are just background characters and they're not even real? And like I said, I mean, as far as I've went with that concept is basically, like I said, with people going to work every day, it's just like they're robotic. They're kind of like robots and NPCs in that aspect. Just the way society is designed to drain our energy at work all day and be a robot pretty much. And people don't even realize it, and it just doesn't seem natural. I mean, look, like I said, I don't really want to say if it's a negative or bad thing about capitalism. I don't really want to get into that discussion. I mean, I guess we could, but I just know for sure just something's off with how things are set up right now. Just to me, I feel like, because I feel like people should have more free time. It should work shouldn't be so consuming, and the way society is set up is that you need to you need to keep paying bills every month. Those bills come up, so you got to make sure you're working enough hours to bring in to pay those bills. And it's just set up. Most people are going through this in life, and it's not really set up for you to explore yourself and figure out anything. It's not really set up to for you to just focus on your talents and your creativity and stuff, and develop those types of things within you and your spirituality and everything like that. So basically, that's kind of what I'm taking from the movie. I mean, I know there's a lot of ways to analyze a movie, because I mean, it's almost like The Matrix too. It's like the movie's interesting, and in a lot of ways you could break this movie down. The Free Guy. I don't even know if it was intended to be broken down like that either. It's like the movie's kind of like a lighthearted film. So, I mean, that doesn't mean that there isn't any clues in there. So, I mean, it was pretty. I mean, I found clues. I think it was pretty intentional. The clues that I discovered. And if you saw the movie, let me know some clues that you took away from the movie. Like, did you take away anything from seeing that film? Did it enlighten you in any way? So before I get out of here, I guess it's like basically another thing I want to cover about that film is like how with the glasses he was able to wake up others, and once he woke up, he was on a mission to wake everybody up. And that's kind of rings a bell with when it comes to a lot of the information that people uncover. When you start uncovering information, that's why they want to silence a lot of this information, is because it makes you want to share it with others and wake everyone up. You want everybody to wake up. I think the world would be a very much different place if people woke up to the truth that people, all you out there that are on this channel and the other truth channels, the thing that's interesting about that is that you're seeking out information. It's like you're seeking out information that wakes you up, and then a lot of you probably want to wake others up too, because it's like the world would be so much better if people just knew, and was able to have critical thought about things and use their mind more instead of being so programmed by the mainstream narratives, and if people had more ability to not just be lemmings, and not. So I know some people don't like the word sheeple because they say it's like Christians are sheep, but I like the word just because it's like, or the herd mentality, we can call it, like I said before. So, but yeah, sheeple, herd mentality type mentality that a lot of people are displaying out here is just, it's pretty frustrating, now, just the it's frustrating because it's like they get away with so much. It's like we see it so clearly. It's like we got the glasses on. So when we watch the news, when we see numbers that are inflated and stuff, and yeah, there might be something going around, but I know the numbers are off. So it's not as, the way you guys are counting the numbers is kind of dishonest. When we see through stuff like that, it's like you want everybody to realize that. So it's like, hey, wait a minute, you guys, how you guys getting away with just saying whatever you want and exaggerating, and it's like that type of stuff can bother a person, once you're woke. So you kind of want to tell others. So with this Free Guy movie, it's like he was on a mission to wake up everybody, and he ended up being pretty successful in that, and was able to wake up other NPCs and say, people are starting to realize, hey, we're in the game. And that's what I found brilliant, is that, yeah, if we wake up others, and people start to realize what this place is, there's that we've been told the wrong stuff about Earth and everything. When people realize all that, I think that would have a great impact, because you realize you can start focusing on, okay, what is this place? What are we? Maybe they don't want us to know, obviously, what we are, because we'd be more powerful if we knew, if everybody knew what's going on here, and the truth about a lot of things, about creation, and the intelligent design that's right in front of our face on this earth. And it shows, it's just like, if people realize that this stuff, we would be so much more powerful. And that's why I think they don't want us to gain that power, is because when people realize what we are and our abilities, which I don't really like getting into too much about our abilities, because I know some people just, I don't know, it's a touchy subject for some people. Maybe I'll do that on another channel or something. But I just know that I've discovered some things about humanity and our capabilities, and I just know they don't want us to know the powers that we have. So I'll give you a clue about our powers. Is basically about, like, our mind and our thoughts, and our power to what we can achieve with our, by correcting our thoughts and what we think about and stuff like that. There's in our group think and our collective think and all that, it all comes together into a power that I think we have. So anyways, but yeah, like I said, I don't know if there's really NPCs out here. It could be. I mean, I guess that would be more if this world was a simulation. So if this world is a simulation, which, let me know your thoughts on that whole thing about simulation. I haven't really covered that very much. So let me know what your thoughts are about simulation. My theory was more, we live in the mind of God. That was kind of my simulation theory, is that I felt like when I did a hypothesis, I came to the conclusion that we're all kind of like living in the mind of God. And I kind of see how that's kind of like a simulation type theory almost, but it's way different, because it's more of a spiritual world that we would be in, more than a simulation. But yeah, let me know what you think about simulation theory, and if this is a simulation, then that would make NPCs a thing. If we are in a simulation, the UPS guy, the Amazon guy, the people in the store, at the gas station, or wherever you go, a lot of those people would be like background characters. They wouldn't actually be real characters. They wake up like everyone else. They get in their car, they go to work, and they go home, and they think they're living their life, but they're not really living their life. And that goes almost back to the whether free will exists thing again, almost like that, where these people would be aware and functioning. You can stop them in the street and talk to them, and but they had a birth, they they seem like a regular person, but they don't realize that they're not a regular person. They're a background character in a game to serve you coffee in the morning. That's what their program was, or they're here to fix your car. And they don't understand why they were driven to work on cars, and or something like that, where they're here to serve. They're just a background character. They're not an actual person. So yeah, if this place is a simulation, then I could see then I would really get into the whole NPC thing. But as far as now, I just kind of think that they set it up for us like that with the whole corporations and capitalism. It made us part NPC just based on how they got so much control over our daily lives. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section. And this was my thoughts on the Free Guy movie and my breakdown of it, and the clues I realized from watching it. So like I said, let me know if you guys saw any clues in the movie, and share that with us if you will. I'll also leave a link if you'd like to support this channel. You can donate as little as $1. It's like leaving your waiter $1 or something. It just helps keep things going over here at Feed Your Mind, because they don't like my videos getting out there. So your listener support helps me keep going. Also, I'll leave links to my other channels. Make sure you subscribe to my Feed Your Mind 2 channel. I'm on there all the time, putting out new videos that you're not going to see on this channel. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and my Feed Your Mind 2 channel. And also, I'll leave links to my social media. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind, signing off.